Nickelodeon has been leading the way in animated entertainment since the late 80s, but Cartoon Network has also been a significant force in the cartoon world. Now, I don't know why, but Cartoon Network has an affinity for copying Nintendo games with their characters. Most recently, they made a Super Smash Bros. Clone. This is their clone of Mario Kart. This is Cartoon Network Speedway for the Game Boy Advance. Now, like I just said, this is a clone of Mario Kart. You're in racing karts, you're using quirky characters that you're familiar with, you get various power-ups to help you through each race, and you'll lose many cheap races. It's like the developers just turned on their N64s and just started writing down notes about everything they wanted to take from Mario Kart. Regardless, the game actually controls pretty well. It's a little hard for some characters, and hit detection is pretty spotty, but the overall gameplay is solid. It plays like you'd expect a kart race or two, although this one is a little more calm than a game like Mario Kart. In addition, jumping adds a nice little change to a basic gameplay premise. Cartoon Network Speedway is also a pretty short game. There aren't very many race tournaments to do, and once you unlock all of the characters, there isn't very much left. However, other modes are pretty addictive, so replay value is decent. Trying to get your star score up high enough in the challenge mode is especially entertaining. Now, the interesting thing about Cartoon Network Speedway, and what makes it a little bit different from Mario Kart, is its track design. These tracks are non-linear, so it's up to you to figure out the fastest route to the finish line. As a general rule of thumb, go whichever way the computer isn't going. You'll beat them almost every time. And this brings me to a little issue. It's really, really easy. After only a few races, you'll be able to win every time. Now, I understand that this is a kid's game, but most of the characters in this game aren't even on the air anymore, so this is probably going to be played by people that remember them. Visually, Cartoon Network Speedway isn't very good. Characters are rough, movements are sluggish, and the environments are bland and flat. But facial expressions that are shown in the upper left-hand corner do look pretty good, and they're typically funny. Audio is a different story. It isn't perfect. Sound effects are really cheesy, and there aren't any voices. However, the music really gives the quirky Cartoon Network feel, and it can't be mistaken for anything else, unlike the rest of the game. There aren't very many songs, but sometimes quality is better than quantity. Cartoon Network Speedway does have nostalgia going for it. Anyone that remembers watching these great shows will have a bit of fun with the game. However, newcomers will see it for what it really is. An okay clone of Mario that can't seem to do anything better than, well, okay. This is going to be pretty hard to find, and I think it's probably best to not waste the effort.